Robert Durst, the accused killer, is still behind bars this morning after he was denied bail in a dramatic hearing. And now we're learning police in Vermont are investigating a possible link between Durst and another cold case. ABC's Matt Gutman has that story.
This morning, police in Middlebury, Vermont, confirming a link between Robert Durst and yet another missing person. 18-year-old Lynn Schultz disappeared 44 years ago. And while Durst's lawyer tells ABC News he's seen no evidence linking him to the case, the connection coming just hours after the millionaire murder suspect was denied bail in a New Orleans courtroom Monday. Durst appeared frail, his head shaved, exposing a scar. But the DA says there's no doubt he's a flight risk and a danger to others.
We're not surprised by that at all.
Sensing the LAPD was tracking him in Houston, prosecutors say Durst slipped out of his luxury condo, driving this Toyota Camry registered to an unidentified man. Durst later checks into this New Orleans hotel using one of his 11 aliases. Not knowing which one, the FBI arrests him only after bumping into him in the lobby. In his room, police say they found a stash of $42,000, and they say he sent himself a care package with shoes, clothes, and another $117,000. Also in court yesterday, Durst's attorney demanding the removal of former Westchester County DA Jeanine Pirro, saying he may want to question her because she's been, quote, participating in the dogging of Mr. Durst for years.
Oh, God, the B is exactly the same. Son of a...
In 2000, Pirro reopened the case against Durst for the disappearance of his first wife, Kathy. On the HBO docuseries The Jinx, Durst and his lawyers made claims she has a vendetta against him.
I never heard the DA made me do it.
For Good Morning America, Matt Gutman, ABC News, New Orleans.
All right, Matt, our thanks to you again this morning. So joining us is now Jeanine Pirro, host of Fox News Channel's Justice with Jeanine, and of course, former Westchester County DA. Jeanine, always great to have you on the program.
Thank you.
You flew back last night, and
Yes.
it's great to have you. It's an early morning. You have investigated Robert Durst for many, many years, and so you were in that courtroom yesterday. What's with the effort to try to get you kicked out of the courtroom?
Well, you know, apparently I kicked the beehive in 2000 when I reopened the cold case of the missing Kathleen Durst, the wife of Robert Durst, who's obviously a very wealthy man at the time, and I didn't feel the case was investigated properly. I reopened it, and yes, I have been investigating this case for a long time. When we were about to speak to Susan Berman, all of a sudden the woman is shot execution style in the back of the head. Then he gets arrested for killing another man and said he had to chop him up because I was chasing him.
And he was acquitted.
He was acquitted. The jury bought it. They said, this poor guy, you know, because she was chasing him and investigating him, no one would believe he was really innocent, so he had to chop up the body, got rid of the head, which really had all the evidence indicating whether or not it was self-defense or murder. So, yeah, yesterday I go in the courtroom, and I'm about to cover it for Fox. And within a minute of the defense attorney seeing me, you know, he has an emotional reaction to me for whatever reason, said, I want her out of the courtroom. And the judge said, why? And he said, because I want to call her as a witness.
Didn't work. You walked back in with the faint of a smile on your face.
Yes, I did. You know, I think that before this Dick DeGuerin gets such an emotional reaction to me, he really needs to check the statutes and the Constitution, because both of them allowed me in that courtroom, and the attempt to silence me has been going on for a long time.
So let's get to the evidence, because we saw you in that clip from the Jinx. Millions watched it. You saw, you heard not only the audio, but you saw that piece of evidence, the handwriting matching. We saw your reaction in the Jinx. Do you think that this evidence, first of all, will be permissible, and how powerful will it be?
I think the evidence will definitely be permissible. I mean, as a judge, I ruled on that kind of stuff, and I think it will be powerful. What Mark Smerling and Andrew Jarecki did in the Jinx was they unearthed evidence that law enforcement in 3 states for 30 years could not find. And that key evidence is the exact same handwriting of the cadaver note, which only the killer could have written, and even Durst says it, and Durst's own handwriting that he had sent to Susan Berman. So I think it's a powerful, powerful piece of evidence. A jury will look at it. It doesn't require that anyone have an expert to interpret it. It's real. It's there.
All right. Promise to come on back and keep us posted on the case.
Yeah, if I get out of New Orleans next time.
All right. Jeanine Pirro, great to have you with us. We'll be watching on Fox.